faculty, which I thought about getting, but then I saw all the X-Files ones.
Yeah.
And so I walked up to him, me and my son. He talked to both of us. He told us, he asked us where we were from. We told him we were from right here in old Danville, Virginia. And he was like, well, I've been through Danville before riding my Harley. I ride all throughout the South and the Northeast on my Harley.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. And, you know, he told me he was from Georgia, and we got into a conversation about that. And really cool guy, wanted to know, you know, asked us more questions than I asked him, you know, which kind of throws you off a little bit because you got these questions and you hear like, oh, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that. But then they start talking to you and the conversation goes differently.
Yeah.
Because they want to know about you. But I did tell him, I was like, hey, man, I wanted to tell you one thing. He was like, what's that? I said, Dusk Till Dawn 2 is the most underrated fucking movie ever. And he goes, yeah, go tell those assholes in Hollywood that.
I mean, I totally agree. I fucking love Dusk Till Dawn 2.
And I looked at him, I was like, man, it's something about that movie. And I was thinking to myself, you know, it was a perfect blend of horror and funny.
Yeah.
And before I could say it, he goes, it's funny. And I go, yes, it is. He goes, yeah. So he was super cool, man.
Do you want to talk about the prices in case people are curious?
I did not get a selfie with him because it was $120 for an autograph and a selfie.
Right.
But, you know, I was a little slick and took a picture of him, letting people know that, yes, this is his booth, this is him in front of it. And, you know, so I paid $60 to meet Robert Patrick, and I got a picture of him, not with him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because I know you're a big picture guy. I'm more of a big autograph guy.
I am.
So,
because, I mean, you can, you know, you can prove that you met him with a picture.
Yeah. Well,
the autograph is...
That's kind of one of those things, you know. Unfortunately, I've ran into 3 people that I wasn't able to get a selfie with. Ken Foray didn't do selfie pictures.
He didn't do selfie pictures, period.
Yeah.
You had to do professional photo op with Ken Foray.
And Robert Englund is like that as well. And, you know, Robert Patrick did offer it, but, you know, I didn't have $120 to spend on just one person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sometimes you got to make sacrifices because these people aren't cheap.
Yeah, but I do have Ken Foray signing my autograph. I do have Robert Englund signing my autograph, and I have a picture of Robert Patrick. So that's my proof that they're there. My photos or my 8x10s where they actually signed to me, to Todd.
Yeah, we get our stuff made out to us because
we don't photocopy that shit.
Yeah.
We don't photocopy that shit and sell it like, oh, you know, some people do that. Hey, it's no law against it. Go for it. But
yeah, these are for us.
Yeah, these are personal for us. We don't, you know, we don't make any profit off of this shit.
One day, look back and show my kid, be like, hey, we met, like, this is this actual person's autograph, and, you know, it means something to us.
Yeah.
But,
well, finishing off who I met, the other person I met was Richard Brake, who played in Game of Thrones, 31.
He was the Night King in Game of Thrones for anybody out there.
31, Doom, 3 from Hell. I mean, God, this dude's played in a lot of projects.
A lot of zombie stuff.
Yeah, a lot of Rob Zombie projects. And super cool fucking guy. I got my mugshot from 3 from Hell, where he has the Disco Sucks shirt on.
Yeah.
That he signed, which is, I told you a couple weeks ago, if he has that picture, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
So I got that. He signed it. We got a picture, multiple pictures actually. He's got one doing the metal horns, and he's got one where he's
aggressively flipping you off.
Aggressively flipping off the camera.
And I've looked at other people's pictures with him, and he does that with like everybody.
Yeah,
like,
he does that.
Awesome.
That's kind of like, you know, he plays these kind of dirtbag characters anyway.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I'm getting a 3 from Hell picture and his character Fox from it, That's what I would want him to do anyway, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But he talked to me. He talked to Zach as well. Cool. He wanted to know if we was having a good time, and he appreciated us stopping by his table and hanging out with him a little bit. Cool guy. So those are the two that I met.
Yes. What do you want to talk about, Zach?
Oh, yeah. Zach, from the moment that he saw who were going to be there, he wanted to meet Heather Langenkamp, which is Nancy from A Nightmare on Elm Street. I met her in 2018, and he wanted to meet her. So we waited for her to get back from lunch. And, fortunately, he was like maybe the third one. We were like the third ones in line from her getting back, because when we first got there, her line was surprisingly long. It was actually out in the back area, like where you got to stand in the line.
Yeah.
So we stood in the line for about maybe 5-10 minutes, and we went up there, and of course, I plugged our show. We told her about the Horrible Podcast, and we told her what we do. We review movies, and she says, well, that's what I like to hear about. She goes, there's so many shows where they interview people, celebrities. I personally like to hear what the fans have to think about our films. And she went on to say, she'll check it out or whatever. Will she? Who knows? If you do, thank you.
Thank you.
But
we have nothing negative to say about
yeah
her at all. I mean,
after she signed the autograph, Zach said, "Can I give you something?" She said, "Sure." And that's when he gave her one of the big stickers, and she was like, "Oh." And she read it. She was like, "Horrible. Oh, that's cute."
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So
I put no effort into it. It came naturally.
Yeah, and
careful with that big head over there.
For those of you listening, two burly dudes, it's good to have a female and a kid with you giving out stuff. People might listen to your shit more.
Yes, thank God that I have a very beautiful girlfriend that is very personable and passing out.
I'm a little social butterfly.
You are a social butterfly, and I am very grateful. Do you want to talk about Richard and her prices and everything also?
Oh, Richard, Heather Langenkamp was $60 for both an autograph and a picture.
Oh, that's awesome.
Zach got the classic scene where she's in bed and Freddie's like coming through the wall. And you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like that first time you see Freddie kind of trying to morph through the wall.
Yeah,
and
I love that.
The cool thing about her is she actually had a page full of her sayings. And it's one of those things where it's like, if you get up there and you don't quite know what you want her to write on there, you can pick one of these sayings.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And I told Zach, since he's getting the one where she's just asleep, I was like, it'd be cool if you'd put "It's only a dream." It's only a dream. It's only a dream.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
When I met her, I got "Don't fall asleep," which is what she tells Johnny Depp on the phone, right? So, it's only a dream for him. $60 both. Richard Brake was $60 as well. So,
I'm a little bummed I didn't get to meet Richard, but I'm hoping next time because he looks so awesome.
Well, I have to tell you a story before we go any further.
All right.
The guy after me got a Doom picture from his role in Doom. And Richard, he wrote out his entire scene on this dude's fucking picture.
That's so fucking awesome.
And if you want to, if you haven't seen the movie, anyway, he's one of these agent whatever, I don't know what you call them, alien hunters.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we'll go with that.
He has a line in the movie, and I don't know quote for quote, but he's like, "Yeah, I plan on like making a lot of money so I can retire to an island with 2 beautiful she-boys.
I can't believe you put that down.
And he wrote that entire thing on this dude's autograph.
That is
Not only did he
fucking
write
amazing.
it, the dude didn't know what he was writing. He turned it around, and the dude was reading it, and Richard was fucking smiling.
It's like he kind of trolled the guy.
Yeah. The guy was like, "This is awesome," and looked back at him. And Richard goes, "Yeah, I'm going to retire to an island with 2 beautiful she-boys."
So great.
Yeah, so, he was a fun dude. And right next to him was Jeff Daniel Phillips, which is another dude that is in every Rob Zombie film.
Yeah.
Can you think of a film that he's not in?
No, actually.
I mean, he was on the list. I wanted to get him, but next time, baby.
Next time.
And the opposite side of him was Mr. Bill Moseley, who is also, so they put all the zombie Scream Kings together.
Yeah. I really wanted to meet Bill again, but, funds were tight this time, and it killed me.
Mr. Funsworth.
Yes, Mr. Chop Top himself, which pretty much your going price for meeting people is about $60.
It is.
Bill was $60. The whole Scream King zombie crew was $60. RoboCop, on the other hand, was $110 for a selfie and autograph, I think.
It was either 110 or 100. Either way.
100.
Yeah.
It was 100.
Peter Weller, for those of you wondering, the guy who does the original RoboCop and RoboCop 2. I wanted him, but,
Funds.
Funds.
What's her name was 120.
Who, Rose McGowan?
Rose McGowan was 120.
Yeah.
And the dude from The Crow and the Warriors,
He was 140.
40.
Yeah.
He was like the most there. That was actually his first convention.
Oh.
So he doesn't do conventions. This was his first one. So I guess, they took advantage of that.
I
Like,
guess.
ooh, I don't do them a lot. This is my first time. I wonder how much I can get away with.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not that big of a fan of his to drop out 140.
Well, a lot of people were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, my money went towards 2 horror icons that I have procrastinated to meet for a while. And
I was going to say on the flip side of that, the one guy that you met was one of the cheapest ones there.
which is fucking unbelievable. Mr. Doug Bradley himself, as Lana would call him, Pinwheel. We'll get to that in a minute. Mr. Hellraiser himself, Pinhead, the ghost with the most, was only $40 for a autograph and selfie. And the $40 you could pay either for his 8x10 or personal item. He didn't charge any more.
Yeah, which is crazy. Cause
Fucking nuts, dude.
you want to know what's crazy, though? In 2019, which was, 4 years ago right now?
4 years.
Same price.
Mm-hmm.
Same price.
I think he just does it for the people.
Yeah,
I think he's very, he knows.
He could charge more because
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, Pinhead is a huge horror icon. He's very recognizable, and B,
I mean, for God's sakes, I'm about to get him tattooed on me.
yeah, I don't know where the motherfucker lives, but he's English. I would assume he lives in England.
I'm pretty sure he lives in America now.
Well, he might live in L.A. now, but
Yeah,
still,
something like that.
It would be justified to pay $60 for him.
Yes, I felt like I was robbing him. Honestly, I've never had that experience where I felt like I should have paid somebody more.
Well, you remember at Skiers at Kier when he was
Yeah.
there and you was with me, and I go, dude, he's fucking $40,
Yeah, I know.
and that was 4 years ago.
And